For those of you that don't know me, my name's Kurt Hegetschweiler. I'm the founder of Builders Coach. Been working with builders since 2004. I've personally worked with over 1,000 businesses. And quite simply what we do is we help you optimize your profit, workflow, and cash flow. I've been fortunate enough to co-author 2 books. This is my own book, international bestseller, $1 Million Builder. It's not clickbait. I've helped more builders and building contractors get into the illustrious 7-figure club than anyone else I know. So that's netting $1 million through a 12-month period after all expenses, including wages, but before tax. We have most of our builders come to us now asking to get them into the 7-figure club and then to set up a development arm. And that, by the way, is the best business structure that I've seen, is a consistent flow of quality, profitable work with good cash flow, and then an arm for non-client work, right, or developments. Extremely profitable. So in the limited time we have together today, I want to share exactly how we get those results, the process and the principle that we follow. And I want to do an exercise with you guys in a sec. So this is the process that we follow here. These are the 10 areas that are relevant to your business. We call this the profit wheel. Profit and cash flow, 2 words to sum up your business. And regardless of whether you're turning over 1 mil or 20 mil, these areas are relevant to your business. So I'm going to go through each of them. I want you to score yourself from 0 to 10. We're going to get a snapshot of your business as it stands today. So starting with strategy up here. So what do we mean by strategy? That's the direction you take in your business in. All right. So what is the area of specialty that you want to dominate? Maybe it's renovations, remodeling, custom new homes. What's your specialty? Most of you, no doubt, are residential builders. Maybe you're doing some commercial as well. So that would be your overriding strategy for your business. Then within that, there's your strategy for these other 9 areas. So for your marketing. So what's your strategy to generate a consistent flow of quality inquiries coming in, both online and offline? So using your website, maybe house, social media, site signs, vehicle signage, that sort of thing, and ensuring that you have an overflow of inquiry. And then building up capital. What's your strategy for building up capital? I don't have to tell you how important working capital is. So profit first in and stacking cash, at least 2% of each payment that comes through your business. And then sales. How consistently are you taking people through your sales process? Do you have a consistent sales process that you take people through so that's the same experience every time? What's your conversion rate? Are you charging for quotes? Job delivery. What's your process for job delivery? Do you have a job scheduling tool? Do you have strong client communication? What is your game plan to ensure that you deliver on time, to budget, to standard with each and every project? Your administration. Most of it can be paperless these days, but how do you access accurate information when you want and have it at your fingertips? What are your processes there? For your finance, profit, cash flow, but also your financial controls. Ensuring that you understand your break-even point, your gross margin, using cash flow forecasts, all those sorts of tools that give you clarity, right? And clarity is power. And then your systems. So your systems are relevant to every part of the business. And a good way to look at that is if you take yourself out of your business, what's left? All right? If there's nothing left, you don't have many systems. All right? Ideally, you want a fully functioning operations manual that runs like a well-oiled machine. So we'll look at what's your strategy for developing your systems, ideally best practice systems. And then your team, both subcontractors and in the office, employees. If you had to fire everyone on your team today, how many would you re-employ tomorrow morning? If there's a big gap, you obviously got some issues. All right, so what's your strategy around that? Your recruitment process to recruit, train, retain the best people. Ideally, you want to build a dream team. And then your leadership, which relates closely to team. How would you rate your leadership? All right, your ability to follow through and make great decisions and to build a team of leaders underneath you. All right, so based on all of that, all right, your overriding strategy, do you have one? And then your strategy, do you have a strategy for each of these? I want you to give yourself a score from 0 to 10. So 10's perfection, 0 is totally abysmal, pathetic. All right, so just jot a number down for that. Let's move on to marketing. Okay, so I spoke about how you want to have an online and offline integrated marketing system that generates a consistent flow of quality inquiries. And that's what gives you your own economy. This is why marketing is often referred to as a holy grail. Give yourself a score for your marketing. Do you have website shame? When you go to your website, or is it something that you stand behind with pride? Okay. Give yourself, again, just a number, 0 to 10. Capital, are you putting away at least, so this is a bare minimum, scraping the bottom of the barrel is 2% of each payment that comes in. Ideally, you should be stacking significant cash at the front end. So give yourself a score there. Sales, do you have a sales process is question number 1. 2, are you charging for your quotes? You need to be doing that. Conversion rate from site visit to contract signed should be around 50%. If you're using preliminary agreements and charging for quotes. So give yourself a score for sales. Job delivery, again, consistent delivery of your jobs to standard, on time, and holding the margin that you put in as well. Give yourself a score 0 to 10. Your administration, are you spending 20 minutes trying to find an email for someone? Or do you have good admin systems where there's strong paper flow and easy access to information? Your finance, so again, finance is, so you guys giving yourselves a number for this, right? 0 to 10. Finance, are you making a profit? That's a net profit after you've paid yourself. And is your money coming in before it goes out? So positive cash flow. The way to do that is with payment schedules, cash flow positive payment schedules, legal of course, and then your financial controls. So basic bookkeeping, individual job reports that are accurate, able to generate a P&L for a quarter, for the full year, cash flow forecasts and projections. So give yourself a number there, 0 to 10. Systems, again, take yourself out your business, what's left, that's a quick and easy one. And then your team, give yourself a score for team. And then leadership, your leadership and the leadership of your team. All right, so you should have a number for each of these areas. All right, now, if each of these was a spoke in a wheel, all right, and the center was 0 and the outside was 10, you'd have them at different lengths. So if you've got a 5, it's going to be about halfway up. If it's a 7, it's further up, or maybe a 2. So if your business was a wheel, the question is, how smooth is your business running? Okay, so where do you start? Like if you've got no systems in place at all, where do you start and what do you do? So that's the process that we follow to optimize profit, workflow, cash flow. But what's the principle that we apply to that that helps you decide where to start and then to gain control and put your systems in place in the right sequence? Because the sequence of implementation matters. Okay, so we use the 80-20 principle here. You guys all familiar with the Pareto principle? So 20% of the systems and processes that you use give you 80% of your results. And then within that 20% of that 20, you get a 64-4 situation where 4% of the things you do give you 64% of your results. And we call those critical distinctions, or little hinges that swing big doors. That's where we're talking about charging for quotes, using client commencement agreements, preliminary agreements, building a high-performance team with a strong culture. All of those things are going to give you leverage and build the foundation for your business. So if you're a standing start, you would do those first, that top 20%. If you've already got the foundation in place, then you'd expand on that and look at the more nuanced systems to gain more control. But this is it, guys. That's the process and the principle to follow to start gaining control and to get on top of things and start making some real money in your business.